everyone, welcome back. Today I am really excited to play with some rosy tones today. I am filming a Mother's Day look and my mother's favorite color is pink. So that is why I'm reaching for the rosy tones today. I really enjoy Mother's Day. It really helps me just appreciate my mom more than I do the rest of the year, which is not good, but it just makes me actually think about it a bit more, and I like to spend the day with her and gift her with all of the love and affection that I have for her. She is definitely my best friend, and today I just want to do a look that would make her proud. So we are going to be playing with some rosy tones today, and I hope everyone enjoys their Mother's Day. Before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me, and we'll get going. Just so you're aware, I do have a shirt on. It's just an off-the-shoulder shirt. It's just plain black. But in case you're wondering, I am wearing a shirt. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Smoothing Primer to begin with. And I like to place this everywhere I have pores. So that's my chin, my forehead, in between my brows, and then on the sides of my nose. I did my skincare a little differently today, and must not be working too well with me because it's kind of pilling a little bit. For foundation, I'm going to go into my Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. I've only gotten to use this a handful of times, so I really wanted to try it out again. And I like to apply foundation with a brush, so that's how I'm going to apply this one. Now this foundation is not supposed to be full coverage, which is typically something I gravitate towards a lot in my channel. It is just supposed to be medium coverage, which I think it's giving me that. Most of the time in a foundation, I really just look for it to cover up the rosiness in my cheeks. I'm just going to take whatever is left on my hand and just press everything in. And this will help take out any brush strokes from my brush and also pick up any excess product. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with my Jouer Central Concealer. I love it to death. It's my favorite. And then I'll be setting it with my Givenchy setting powder. My skincare did not like me this morning. It's definitely not sitting right on my skin. Even that foundation, which I know wears very pretty, is not looking great. Which is why I'm trying to go in with some of my favorite tried and true products, because I'm a little bummed my skincare is a little wonky. Granted, I'm reading a new skincare book, so I wanted to try out kind of the methods in the book. So that's why I did my skincare differently this morning. Or it could totally not be my skincare at all and just be my skin is going through it because I was gone for a while. It doesn't look too bad on camera, and my Givenchy powder definitely helps. But man, my skin looks rough. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with my Givenchy powder too, and hopefully that will help with my skin. I think it helped a little bit. I'm still looking pretty dry, but I'm going to go in with my Gucci powder for bronzer. I'm feeling a little extra today. I really tried to save this for like special occasions or like when I'm feeling a little extra, which isn't all the time. But because it's Mother's Day, I feel like I should get to be a little extra. So I'm going to start by warming up the cheek area and my forehead. I'm also going to do a little bit under my chin and my jaw. And just a smidge down my nose. And then I'm going to take my sponge and just clean up all of the edges. I went a little hard into the bronzer, but honestly I'm not mad about it. Bronzer is one of my favorite steps, and I feel a little bit better about my skin with it. For blush, I'm going to go into my Causemetics Heaven's Glow Blush. This is in the shade Venetian Rose. It definitely does have a little bit of a glow to it, but it's definitely very rosy, and I think it'll be perfect for today's look. And I think I'm going to try to keep it towards the back of my face and maybe give my face a little bit of a lifting effect. Normally I bring it towards the apples, and I think today I'm just going to keep it back here. But I think that is a super pretty blush. This is one of my most favorite blush formulas, like ever. I'm going to do a touch on my nose as well, and a little towards my hairline. I don't really know why I put blush on my hairline, but I feel like it just wraps everything together. And then of course I'm going to use my sponge and just make sure it's nicely blended. And for highlight, you know I have to go into my Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. I still have not been able to get enough of this highlight. It is just fabulous for me. It is definitely like the perfect highlight color for my skin. So I'm just going to place that on the high points of my cheeks. And then you get this beautiful glow. And I like to put a little down my nose, like in the center, and then towards the tip of my nose, and a little in the Cupid's bow. And to set the face, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I did go ahead and prime my eyes. I used my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And then for today's eyeshadows, I feel like we definitely have to be using the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette because it is definitely rosy tone. And then I figured I might add some more neutrals in it as well. So I picked up the original Major Dimensions palette as well. So it's going to be a Patrick Ta moment. But I think to begin, I want to go into this cream shade in the second palette. And this is the shade Loyal. And I'm going to start by placing it in the crease. Wow, that's a pigmented cream. I knew that, but at the same time, it like shocks me every time something's more pigmented than I anticipated. Actually, we're just going to place this cream all over the lid. I think it'll be a really good base for everything to stick to. Be like a second eye primer. That's a super pretty pink though. I'm going to take a little bit of a more fluffy brush than I was using though and just kind of blend the edges out. That way it doesn't look too harsh. But I definitely wanted it as a base and I think it'll be pretty. And I am just doing like small circular motions around the edges. Again, I was just blending the edges. That way as we move into the transition shade towards the brow, it's not so harsh of a line. So I think I'm going to go into this shade next. It's called Heartache and we are still in the Rosy palette. And it is a bit, well, it is the darkest shade in the palette, but I think I just want to add a little dimension on the outer side of the outer third of my eye, not the outer side. Well, I mean, it is the outer side. And this one, I'm trying to use light layers because this eyeshadow palette is pigmented. I like that color. I'm going to go in with my brush that I used to blend out the cream and just kind of blend this darker shade in a little bit. I think I've been telling you the shades wrong, so I'm just going to stop trying because it's hard to read the back of the palette on which side is which. So I'm going to go into this shade now. Nope, this one. Sorry. This one now. And I'm taking a pretty flat brush and I'm just going to pack that color on the rest of my lid and get it all the way into the inner corner. And that way it will cover the cream, so it will set the cream, which it seems to be a pretty similar shade. I mean, slightly darker, but... And then I actually just wiped that brush off, but I am going to use the other side of it and go into the lightest pink shade here and just go over the transition area and set my eyeshadow primer all the way up to my brow bone. And then for the lower lash line, I'm going to go into this shade. And I believe I'm just going to do that from outer corner to inner corner. Now I thought I was going to be using the original Major Dimension palette from Patrick Ta, the more neutral one, but I got carried away with the rosy tones and I'm feeling pretty girly. I really like it. But I do want to add a little bit of shimmer and none of these sparkles are speaking to me from the Patrick Ta palette. So I'm going to go into my Auric Smoke Reflect. This is in the shade Temper. And the topper of this one is a very rosy gold color. So I'm going to use this to add some sparkle. And I just apply it with my finger. And you get this super pretty, glittery, sparkly look. And I'm kind of keeping it off of the outer third here where I had that darkest color. I'm not really putting it on that. Just kind of about 3/4 of the way. Yep, I think that hit the spot. So I'm going to put on some mascara and my brows and we'll come back to finish the lips. Okay, I'm feeling even better with some mascara and my brows on. But for lips, we're still going to keep it pink, rosy. So I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. This is in the shade Pillow Talk 2 Medium. So it's just a little bit darker than the original Pillow Talk shade. I think that is so pretty. It definitely matches those rosy tones really nicely. And then for lip gloss, I'm going to be using my Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Cream. And this is in the shade White Russian. I think that's really pretty. The White Russian shade is a lighter pink, so I think it gives a really pretty like ombre look. But here is our finished Mother's Day look. I feel really pretty in this. I wasn't expecting to, but I am really feeling the rosy tones today. I feel very girly and it's making my heart smile, so that's a good thing. You'll have to let me know what you do for Mother's Day to celebrate your mom, or if you do something to celebrate yourself. If you're a mother yourself, I would love to hear what you do to celebrate this special day. Even if you are a dog mom, I will fully participate in dog mom status, okay? I'm good with that. So if you're an animal mom, I'd love to hear what you do for today too. But part of something that I would do is definitely do my makeup and hair and make myself feel beautiful. So I hope that's part of your routine as well and what you do for this special day. Other than that though, this is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out quite a bit. Don't forget to ring the bell and hit all on your notifications and you'll be notified every time I post a video. I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.